How did the love of your life almost get away? My friends dragged me along to the concert. They said I had been miserable and unbearable since breaking up with my girlfriend. I did not particularly like being around these friends at this moment in time as they were a couple, and I did not like being a third wheel just 2 weeks after getting dumped. It was the gig of an indie band, and the crowd was around 100 people. Barry told me to turn my frown upside down and Julie got us beers. We stood near the back and drank our beers. The band was okay, but nothing special. Barry and Julie talked about the venue and the band. They kept trying to drag me into conversation, but I wasn't feeling very talkative. I missed my ex-girlfriend and just wanted to sulk. I excused myself and headed towards the bathroom. On the way back, a girl suddenly turned and spilled her beer over my shirt. She apologized multiple times, pulled her sleeve over her hand and started wiping my chest with a tissue she pulled from her bag. I told her it was okay and that I didn't really like the shirt anyway. I said my ex-girlfriend had got it for me and she laughed. This girl was attractive in a way that I cannot exactly pinpoint, in a way completely different to how I found my ex-girlfriend attractive. Her name was Sarah. She said her friends had dragged her along to the gig. We agreed the band was nothing special and then started talking about life. She worked as a cashier in a clothes store and lived in the next town over. I told her I worked in a shoe store but painted in my spare time. She asked if I would like to paint her and winked. My cheeks started burning. The conversation continued and it turned out we had similar taste in music and television. We also both liked camping and running in marathons. At the other side of the venue, I saw Barry and Julie teasing me by mimicking bedroom activities. The girl said she had to get back to her friends and my heart sank a little. It rose again when she asked if I wanted to take her number. I told her I think she already knew the answer and handed over my phone. Sarah put her number into my phone, said she looked forward to hearing from me and strutted back over to her friends who were all sizing me up with mischievous facial expressions. When I got back to Barry and Julie, they smugly asked if I was now glad I had listened to them and attended the concert. After the concert, we got food at KFC and then I went back to my apartment. I sat on my bed and decided to send Julie a text reiterating how great it had been to meet her. A part of me thought this was far too soon to text and worried I would freak her out, but I already missed talking to her and wanted to keep things moving between us as quickly as possible. However, as I scrolled through my contacts, I realized I could not find her number. I looked through my contacts again and still could not see the number. I realized she must have forgotten to hit save while entering her number and I had been stupid enough not to double check at the moment. Before falling asleep that night, I blinked back tears and cursed myself for being such an idiot. The following morning, I decided I could not let a technological screw-up keep me away from this girl. I tried looking her up online based on what I knew about her from the conversation. The social media produced nothing, and then I remembered Sarah had casually mentioned during our conversation that she tried to stay away from social media for the sake of her mental health. I shut my laptop, grabbed my coat and left my apartment. I got the bus into all the neighboring towns and checked out every single clothes store. 12 in total. I asked staff members in every store if they had any coworkers called Sarah. I contacted the gig venue, asked if she had bought her ticket online and if they could share her contact information with me. They said no with a slightly concerned tone and abruptly ended the call. Deflated, I returned home and tried to figure out my next move. Barry called me over a few nights later. He asked how things had been going with the girl, and I explained the entire situation. Barry expressed sympathy about the mess up with her phone number.